I feel like you're up to something. Fuck that, you're up to something scandalous. Taste my bitter heart, you know it makes you blush. But something isn't right with this happiness and the attention. You don't listen, you've been giving, you've been spending all your time on the line. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. You're like Novocaine, Novocaine, yeah, yeah. Poison in my brain, Novocaine, hey, 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 yeah. You're like Novocaine, Novocaine.
Back again with another video. It's been a little minute. I have to let y'all guys know that I recorded this video about 3 times. This is my 3rd time recording this video. Whoo, boy. Boy. There's a lot going on, let me tell you. Yeah, this video, I recorded this video once in the car, and I was like, my thoughts are kind of all over the place, so let me just get like a straight list of what I want to do. And then I posted this video outside, I was trying to be like aesthetically pleasing or whatever. And then boom, recorded the whole video on everything. I did a little run test to make sure my video was good to use the mic. As soon as I was done recording for an hour video, there was no audio. It's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. So now I said, let me just get up and record this again, because I was going to do a little talk over, but then I was like, that don't even look right. So I'm just going to make this video here again. This video is about people who deal with overthinking, people who are suffering from imposter syndrome, people who are just dealing with a lot of anxiety. I know the world is becoming a super crazy place. Politics, war, high crime rates. There's a lot of things happening, and if you weren't built for this world, like, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling a little bad for the people who were sheltered. People who were sheltered, you either are having a good old time because your parents taught you how to do your money right, got you a good job, and now you probably are just chilling, or you were probably sheltered and you're probably still living in your house, in your mom's house, scared to do anything. Like, you're like, I'm not really good at being social, making friends, whoop de whoop whoop. So you probably struggling. So yeah, this video is gonna be a little bit of lengthy, but these are things I've been struggling with this past year and a half. And since I moved back home, it's definitely got a lot worse for me. So these are just some of the methods that I'm trying to apply to my life, and I hope that these methods could also help you out if you are somebody who is also struggling with overthinking, moving forward, having anxiety, having imposter syndrome, especially if a lot of y'all have moved back in with your parents or live with your parents currently. You guys know the struggle and the mental toll it takes on you when you do live with your parents. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. And also, I apologize if I'm looking everywhere. Um, I'm just taking in the scenery. I haven't left my house in a good week, so I'm really just like trying to take in the scenery, just seeing what things are going on. So don't mind me if I'm like looking all over the place. For starters, I believe people should really focus on working on outward energy. I feel that people don't really, some people just aren't aware of forming bad habits. Some people aren't aware of you know, things that they do in their everyday lifestyle, maybe coping mechanisms you have. Some people are just like, oh, well, that's just who I am. And maybe you didn't really know what you was doing was a thing that you shouldn't be doing. Something I had to realize with my therapist was that I have a lot of thought loops. I have I spend a lot of energy exhausting myself out from thinking in a loop, in a loop, in a loop, and I just find myself not being able to like break out of it, right? And my therapist told me that I need to work on having more action, right? And when she started to talk about this stuff, it kind of like made so much sense, because everything in life is energy. Everything life is connected. Everything moves. And the thing about being in a thought loop, when you put water into a boiling um when you put a water on the oven to boil and you leave the cover on top of it, what happens to that water? It starts to create moist air. Some would even say smoke. It starts to boil, right? And what happens when you leave boiling hot water on the stove for too long with the cover on? The water starts to spill out. And that is kind of what a thought loop is. It's like you're building up all this, you know, thinking, and you're building up pressure the in yourself, and you don't even know that it's raising your cortisol levels. Okay, cortisol levels is stress. And you find yourself sitting somewhere and you'll be like, man, I didn't do this today, I didn't do that today, I didn't do this today, I don't know if I should do it. You're going back and forth on the matter, and you don't even realize like how much energy you're wasting, how much you're building up more stress, more anxiety, more fear within yourself. And that's why it's very important to work on outward energy, because outward energy, energy needs to move. Energy can't stay in place. Energy needs to be moving and flowing all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. So once you're able to like push out of that and take more action on the things you're thinking about, it will start to help and loosen up all that built up pressure and all that built up heat and smoke that you're keeping within yourself, and once you start to be in a process of actively moving, getting out of that loop, and starting to act more than, like, you can think and then act, but you should also just learn how to just act, without thinking so much. You know what I'm saying? Because that will help decrease your anxiety, your stress, your fear, your worriment, your thought loop. Which brings me to my next point,
One more.
which is learning to be present. Something I've been dealing with lately is being very loud. The voices in my head have become very loud. I sit very often, as you guys know, I am a struggling full-time trader, and all I do is sit in the house. If you've seen my video on reasons not to be a trader in 2024, I do mention that you should have a life outside of trading. You should have friends outside of trading. Don't do I'm gonna lock in for 6 months and you're trying to learn how to trade and you're trying to learn how to trade and you're avoiding everything, your hobbies, you know, working out, hanging out with your friends, hanging out with family. Like, trading has a weird way of like sucking you into the charts, right? It's just like gambling. When you go to the casino, you're in there for long periods of time, and when you get out, you're even shocked that it's morning time. And then after the thrill or the fear or the stress or whatever you were feeling, gambling away your money, you're sitting there like, oh my God, how did I even manage to do this? You know, and like for me, the voices in my head have gotten louder over the time, and I find myself doing simple tasks and my brain is just insulting me. Like I go to grab something off the counter and they're like, "You did it wrong. That's not good. Look around. Look, everybody, all the imaginal people, they're spying on you. You don't even know how to pick up a container." And I just thought this was like the craziest thing, and I realized it was definitely a problem when the little, like, just the way I walk, I'm feeling really self-conscious and insecure with the way I walk. Like I'm just walking, like nobody cares about how I'm walking. I'm just walking. So y'all have to work with me cuz this is not the best setup right now. Oh my gosh. The embarrassment. Okay, y'all please just work with me. This video, man, my phone is starting to overheat. So just please work with me. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying my best out here. Um but yeah,
Child. Anyway, so